Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Anyhow.
Anyways. Okay, you ready to keep talking about Dresden?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, so
You're welcome.
Thank you. Never gonna live it down. So we left off with Sonia. We were discussing Sonia, right?
Yeah.
And so I chose Aaron Pierre and you chose Idris Elba.
Yeah.
All right. So
I love Idris Elba.
He's a great actor. He really is. But I don't know. I'm trying to combine everything that I've read, and I'm not looking at what they look at in current time. I'm trying to look at what their age reference is when they first come in.
And what the actors will be 10 years from now.
Yes. And I think yes.
Sonia Idris will be kind of old in 10 years to be playing Sonia. Yes.
But so there's a couple of things for me that I've recently thought about quite a bit, is that there is every availability for this live action to be just as successful as Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. Game of Thrones' biggest hook was the dragons at some point, right? This literally encompasses every boobies. This Jim Butcher series literally encompasses everything fancy, magic, fairy tales.
There is a dragon.
Yes, there is. He's got attitude too.
I mean, he's a fucking dragon.
Right? And it's got Bigfoot.
Yes. I love Bigfoot.
Rivers on shoulders. I would actually... River shoulders. I would love to see... Alan
Rickman.
Yeah, he'd probably do that really well.
God damn it, I always say the wrong name.
It's Richmond. It's Richmond. Richardson.
Richardson.
I wrote them down how we have to say them to be respectful. So Alan Richardson is the guy who plays Reacher.
Reacher, yeah.
So he would do great in being... Of course, so would The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. If we're looking at just big guys that can pull it off.
Yeah.
Although... Dwayne Johnson has really slimmed down recently.
Yes.
But you're going to have John Cena going, wait a minute, if we're looking at big guys, what about me? Well, Cena, you're not that big anymore. But you've got Winston Duke, if you wanted to have a brown Bigfoot. Okay. Or you've got Alan Richardson, if you want to have a white.
You're not going to see them anyway. They're going to be covered in either they're going to have a suit or they're going to AI it. So you're not going to see the actual actor.
I think what you would see is their facials underneath. And if you're looking at the facials that would fit better, probably Winston Duke would fit just a little bit better because he's got that really broad face. I mean, even though Alan Richardson does, Winston Duke has a really broad face and he's a little bit wider in the jawline to me. But anyways, and to settle the debate, his name is Joe Manganiello.
Manganiello.
That's how the pronunciation works out.
Okay.
Manganiello. Yeah, so I think it's supposed to be like Manganiello, like G-Anello.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. So obviously these are some of the characters we love the very best, and one of my favorite ones. Mm-hmm. And I know that we've probably picked the same person at this point because after doing my due diligence and looking at some things, I completely surrender to what you had said a few weeks ago. Who would you pick to play Butters?
To play Butters?
Yes.
I said a couple people.
Yeah, but you kept consistently saying one in particular.
God damn it, I can't remember. Harry Potter, the Duke.
That is correct. Ding, ding, ding. I agree. Daniel Radcliffe.
It would be hilarious for him to play it. Also, he's kind of physically...
Yeah, he's only 2 inches taller than Butters actually is. Yeah. But everything else, spec-wise, fits perfectly. Like, as far as his kind of crazy kind of hair, his, his petite's not something men want to hear. His thin, his slender athleticism, it's all a perfect blend. And I would love to see Harry Potter scream, Polka will never die. I want so bad to see Harry Potter do that.
Yes.
But we know how, God, Butters is really one of my favorite characters.
Yes.
We know, yeah, right? Because he's literally like the nerd next door that said, I've had enough of this shit. Let's go.
The person with no magical ability who actually did magic.
Yes. And
because he's smart.
Yes. Not only is he smart, but he researches, and he's so smart in the sense that he goes, I know my capabilities. Even with training, he doubts himself, but he knows his capabilities, what he can and cannot do. And the fact that what he sees is the strongest symbol of strength as his character develops, and it's whoosh.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? Let's go.
It's funny too because, God damn it, Jim Butcher was saying that his character was never supposed to be
what it is, yeah.
anything other, kind of a throwaway character.
Yeah, he was just supposed to be that guy that you saw maybe once every few books.
Yeah. For
a random answer. And I am so grateful to Jim Butcher for not throwing Butters away.
Yeah.
I am so glad that he went. There is something. And for me, the reason why I like it is because we, in society, we get so dismissive of people that we don't see in certain lights. That we literally, we dismiss people all the time.
Yeah.
But here Jim Butcher's like, this is a throwaway character. I'm gonna put him out there. He's there. That's just who he is. And then Jim Butcher goes, wait a minute, I could have been that throwaway guy to some, that's how it reads to me, is I could have been that throwaway guy. Yeah. And then here I am. And this book series would not be the same without these secondary characters like Butters.
Yeah.
Or Will Borden. I mean, and I still,
Billy and the Werewolves.
Billy the Werewolf, I already know I would hands down pick his name's Daryl Spraysbury. He was in Teen Wolf. He played one of the kids in Teen Wolf, and he is literally dead on ringer, perfect height, weight descriptor for it. I would hands down pick him every time. Dylan Spraysbury would be perfect. But so Butters for me, Daniel Radcliffe. Are we agreed on that?
Yes.
Excellent.
Partially because it would be hilarious to see Harry Potter playing
but yeah, Harry Potter playing a non-wizard that does wizard things.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. But what I love is this, you literally, when you say Daniel Radcliffe and you think Butters, you can see so many moments in the Harry Potter movie where it's like, oh, there's Butters. Oh, there's, like when they're using the transfiguration potion and they're adults, and then they're squeezing back down to their normal size. They're shrinking. They're transforming back to their kid sizes. And, so because they just had one of the books, Ghost Story. In Ghost Story, he talks about Butters once he catches up with Butters, and Butters is like in this oversized coat. And it's so, I know Ghost Story was so sad.
Yeah.
It's all been so sad. My wish, and I know the series is going to end in the next 5 to 7 books. I know this, right? Obviously
somewhere in there, yeah.
Because Jim Butcher's in totality, and he's planning on 22 books, then the side stories, but maybe 25 books with the side stories. It's kind of gone back and forth because obviously you can't stay in the same. It's like a marriage. Honestly, it's like a marriage. You can't stay in the same loop without an evolution in the relationship, without something going tits up.
Yeah.
So you have to have it where there's an evolution that happens. I know what evolution I'd like to see happen. But, I'm not a 20-year fan like other people.
Yeah.
And
yeah, there's another series of books that I'm super into. It's called the Spellmonger series.
Okay.
And
who writes that?
Terry Monacore.
Okay.
Monacore. It's some British dude.
This dude named Terry writes it.
Terry Mancore.
Okay.
Something along those lines. And I think it goes up to like book 20 currently or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on like book 16 or 17.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the interesting things is it looks like he's planning on making the main character a god at some point.
Okay.
But the story keeps going on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know. I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm kind of like, man, when is this dude going to catch a break?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it isn't as extreme as that Play to Live series that I was telling you about, where it was written by a Russian dude and the main character's Russian. He keeps getting kicked in the nuts.
Fuck
like,
that guy.
Every time he fucking gets something, he gets kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
And it's like,
his girlfriend's almost there and ta-da!
Yeah, dead. And it's like, damn.
The one thing I hope and pray with this series, like I said, I'm a realist. I understand it has to end at some point, but I want it to be under Jim Butcher's terms. I don't want it to be like what's going to happen with like George R.R. Martin's, who is in his late 70s at this point, hasn't put anything out in over a decade, focusing on other projects, and we don't have a conclusion.
Yeah.
We do not have a conclusion. I mean, the TV show was great. You can see where it followed the story of the books and then veered off on its own, because I'm still going, what are they going to do with the Weeping Woman? What are they going to do with Arya? What are they going to do with Jon Snow? Because although the TV show has its conclusions and you see and you hear their plans, that's not the book.
Yeah, that's one of the... I remember, because I have not read the Game of Thrones series.
And you haven't listened to it because they're still ridiculous to try to get audios on it.
It's not as bad as it was. When I first looked into it, they were 2 credits a book.
Yeah, that's $30.
Which is $30. That's with the fucking discount.
Yeah.
You
might check the library and see if they've got it on audiobook.
Yeah. But I remember
Sean
talking about how I think it was Arya, her dire wolf was off by itself.
Yes.
And it was like making a huge pack. And then that was never shown in the show. It was never.
So yeah, she lets her dog Nymeria go because Nymeria is going to be killed, and she has to let Nymeria go so nobody knows that she's Arya, and she sees Nymeria in
dreams or whatever.
No, I mean, she has had dreams of her. Bran's usually the one who dreams of all the dogs because he is obviously he's psychic. He does the transport. He can take his body mentally into the bodily animals. It's like a shapeshifter type thing. But Arya runs into Nymeria and she's just like, Nymeria, it's me, girl. And Nymeria, in response, knowing it's Arya, it's truly Arya, even though she's dressed at this point as a boy or whatever, is just like literally like any rejected child. Fuck you, you threw me away. Keep your distance. I ain't got time for you. But there are others following her.
Yeah.
So it's a very brief encounter. And of course, it's been at least 12 years since I've read the book.
Yeah.
But I do remember she does have on the road of her travels, because there's a lot, like I said, you can tell where the books stop and the TV show just goes off into La La Land or whatever it wants to do. So yeah, I want to see Arya's story where it ends. Yeah. Because I don't like the way the TV show ended, as far as I do agree with how they handled Daenerys. Okay. I do not agree with how they handled Sansa, and I don't agree with how they handled Bran. Okay. And I don't, just because for me, I really...
I haven't seen the last season. So.
Well, I'm going to leave it at that then. Okay, let's get back to Dresden. Let's just rewind the squirrel. Okay, so we're agreed on Butters.
Yes, Butters.
Dan Radcliffe, please play Butters.
Yes, please.
Because at this point, he's literally the identical age as Butter is when Butters introduced. So Butters is actually in Stormfront, I believe. He's either in Stormfront or Full Moon, in a brief in a brief blurb, according to what I read. And I thought it was Grave Peril was when we first saw him. But he just, when you read the books, he's just been there the whole time. But it's full moon. It's full moon, I believe, because he ends up getting attacked and has to go to the Cuckoo Bananas place for a while.
I don't think so. Because I remember the thing that put him in the nut house was he wrote a report saying that these people who were burned weren't human.
Yeah.
And it was the vampires.
Yeah.
So I think that's the third book.
Grave Peril.
I think that's the third book. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's mentioned in passing as far as once the coroner was looking at stuff. You know, but so in Stormfront, what I read today was in Stormfront, Butters is supposed to be 35 years old. And by the time he becomes a character that we speak to, he's 37-ish. Yeah.
I don't remember. Anyway.
It doesn't matter because they're the ones who did it, not me. So anyways, so 100% with you on that, Dan Radcliffe. That's super great. I have racked as much as I would love Dylan O'Brien, because I firmly believe in my heart, the character of Butters, Waldo Butters, is based off of Stilinski from Teen Wolf, because there's way too many similarities. There's way too many mannerisms that are the same for it not to have been an influence at some point in one way or the other.
I always thought of him more like the Revenge of the Nerds dudes. The guy with the glasses from Revenge of the Nerds. I always thought of him like that.
Carradine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is
kind of hilarious because he was like the oldest dude in the movie or some shit.
Well, here's the thing. And the character of because it's so hard because Butters is introduced in the series by no later than book 4 when you really start hearing about him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's and Teen Wolf starts about the same time as Butters is introduced. But I firmly believe one influenced the other because of the mannerisms, the way they talk, the way they're skittish and all that kind of stuff. And so anyways.
I mainly think of him from Deadbeat on, but then again, that's the book that I've listened to close to the most. Because a lot of times when I do my
restart,
I start there.
Yeah, because
I do it every October. Basically, I'll listen to a bunch of them, and usually I'll start with that one because it's appropriate. It occurs in that same month, so.
Yeah. See, now I would just start in September so you get the other ones to listen to as well. Because you're going to miss stuff. What's going to happen is if you target focus at a certain era and move forward, you're going to miss little things like, really? He's been the coroner the whole time? Yeah.
I mean, I've listened to the first 3 books a bunch of times because I used to, every time a new one came out, I really listened to the entire series.
Yeah.
Just like I did with Codex Lara. And re-listen to the entire series. Yeah. But eventually I stopped doing that.
Yeah. I think we get the most information about Butters in Deadbeat.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing of the audiobooks I've listened to is James Marsters screaming as Butters, "Polka will never die." And that's just fantastic to me. But again, I am in agreement with you. So, So let's look at some of the other important main characters. Karen Murphy.
Somebody's favorite aunt.
That is correct.
I'm still stuck on Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Well, I mean, she doesn't look her age, but she's like 3 or 4 years older than Harry. So she does, but she don't look like at the start of the series, the very first time that Harry actually meets Murphy isn't
with the troll.
Yeah,
in the prequel.
Basically in the prequel stories where he's still training to be a PI.
Well, she was a beat cop at that point.
Yeah, and she was like 27, 28.
They're both much younger in that than when they are in the normal series.
Yeah, Murphy's like 3 or 4 years older than him. So she's a beat cop. I believe that when I Googled it the one time, when Stormfront starts, Harry's 25 and Karen's 27, 28.
Okay.
So I love the idea of Sarah Michelle Gellar as Karen. However, even though she looks like she's in her 40s, I don't think that she can pass for 20s unless they do a little bit of CGI.
Yeah. I mean, I've been saying this ever since they came out with the idea that they were going to do the first series. So at that time, she would have been absolutely perfect.
Perfect. Dead on perfect.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's your Dreamcast, so you can have whoever you want. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, for me, that's why I didn't pick her.
Well, also, they could use AI to make her younger or older.
100%.
Just like they did Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Genesis or whatever.
Yeah. Like, I 100%, the person I picked for Karen, I picked, even though they are a little bit older than they should be, she's like 35, 36, she still can pass for late 20s. And physically, she is almost identical to Karen. She is 5 foot tall. She is athletically built with a little bit of bosom on the top and a little pop on the bottom. And she's blonde, and she's got a very wide, welcoming smile. And that is, of course, Miss Hayden Panettiere, who was the blonde lady from Heroes, the TV show. She's been in lots of little things.
Was she the cheerleader?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like, honestly, I kept going. I kept going to her. I went to her, and then I went between her and Grace Chloe Moretz, and I was like, because Grace Chloe Moretz, when she plays, what the hell did she play in Kick-Ass 2? There's Big Daddy, who's played by Nick Cage.
Oh, she's Hit Girl?
She's Hit Girl.
Okay.
But I kept getting stuck on the size she was in that.
Oh, yeah, because she was super tiny especially the first one.
Yeah, and she's not a big lady now, but she is 5'4", and she has more of a Cupid face.
And a half.
And a quarter with shoes on. Don't spit that everywhere.
It's coffee. I'm not spitting it anywhere.
I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and they go, "What are you, 5'3"?" And I was like, "Yeah, because I bought thicker soled shoes." They were just like, "I love you so much." I'm like, "I love you too." Anyways, so that's why I went with Hayden Panettiere, because even though Chloe Grace Moretz is identical on the age and many of the athletic things she can do, it was not a good enough fit for me, because I wanted Hayden. To me, I can see Hayden I can see Hayden, like, because she ages really slow. She's like us. She ages really slow. And I was just like, oh, this is perfect, because if this series did what Game of Thrones did and was around for 8 years, by the time it gets to the turn of Karen's character, and we'll say it that way, because I can't say it any other way.
By the time it gets to Battleground.
By the time we get to Battlegrounds, she is mid-30s. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
So that was my pick. Who would you...
That's a good choice. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, you gave me a compliment. Wow. Who would you pick for Susan?
That's a really hard one for me.
It is.
Selma Hayek would have been perfect.
In the original series.
Yeah.
Even though she's much, much older than...
Yeah.
Because, so just to put it in perspective, at the start of the series, Susan Rodriguez is 23 to 24 years old. She's right.
Okay.
Some people say, well, she's 22. Some people say she's 24. The way it reads in the wiki stuff is she's 23 or 24.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's helpful or not.
Yeah. And I'm kind of stuck on her.
Selma Hayek?
Yeah. But she wouldn't be a good choice now.
I mean, we would have to age everybody up just to make her work.
Yeah. I was trying to think, who's the girl who played Wednesday?
That would be Jenna Ortega.
So I would say her.
Okay, fair.
Because I can't have Selma Hayek.
Right.
Not that Jenna Ortega sucks or anything like that. No, she's great, but
she's a very good, fine young actress. I saw her in the new Scream movie. She did really good. But when you read about Susan Rodriguez, she is dripping, absolutely dripping wet with sensuality and seductiveness without even trying. And Jenna Ortega is a very beautiful girl, but she reminds me more of a fighter than a lover.
True.
You know, and there's nothing wrong with that, because there is room in the world of Harry Dresden, as we have seen through the stories. There are rooms for all kinds of ladies.
Yeah.
You can have the tall, you can have the short, you can have the more curvy, you can have the old guard style. You can have, you know, it don't matter.
What the fuck?
And
Marina
Baracchio?
Yes.
Deadpool's girlfriend?
Yes.
So she would be a good pick, except for, again, She is way too tall to be Susan.
Yeah.
5'7" is where we're looking at. An average 5'6", 5'7" is what Susan's supposed to be. That's one of the reasons why I didn't pick Jenna Ortega, is because she's like 5'1", and who I did pick is at least 5'4" or 5'5".
Yeah, because Marina is also
Hot.
Unfortunately too old to be that character. I saw her because she was in a movie recently with Jason Momoa and Batista.
Okay.
Called Wrecking Crew.
Okay.
And I saw like one of their promotional things.
Right.
And I'm like, she's a lot older than I remember. Even she still looks really good.
Yeah. But, she looks fantastic. Yeah, she's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
She looks almost identical as she did in the very first Deadpool movie, 9-10 years ago.
Yeah.
She looks great. But
she's obviously not 23 either.
Yeah, she's obviously not, because if we're throwing age to the wind and be like, just throw in there who you think looks good, Hayek. So you would pick Selma Hayek. I would pick Gal Gadot.
Oh, that's actually a good choice.
Because like right now,
I think she might be too tall though.
She is 5'9".
But
she is 5'9", but that doesn't really matter because angles. And can you imagine Gal Gadot in that one scene?
Yeah. The unicorn braid.
Right. But who I did pick is probably not a traditional. I thought about picking Selena Gomez because she's right in that perfect range in her 20s and everything. However, she is too short. So she's too short. And, but I mean, that's okay. I mean, they could pick her. I don't know. Yeah. I like Selena Gomez. I think she's funny. I think she's too bubbly to be Susan, because when I read about Susan and I think about Susan, I kept seeing this picture come to my head. And then I saw the picture of who it was. And I'm like, that's who I've been seeing. And that is Miss Vanessa Hudgens. You probably wouldn't know her because she was Zac Efron's girlfriend in the High School Musical stuff. Yeah, nope. But she is smoldering. She is seductive. She is gorgeous. She just gave birth to her second kid, and it put some curves on her that make you go, Susan. I mean, just that simple.
Oh, okay.
So, but that's why I would pick her. We'll look her up after we're done recording, because I think once you see her, you'll be like, that's a good pick.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, it might be like that. Well, you should see the outfit she wore with this last pregnancy. She just went to one of the awards show, and it was a sheer, and her breasts are. It looks like she's wearing a bra and panties, and just a sheer gown over it. It is, even pregnant, it's very seductive. It's like, that's Susan. So, anyways,
many pregnant women are hot,
right? So, and who is one of the other main important people to
Molly
Harry?
Carpenter?
Molly, that is right. So who would you throw in there for Molly? Because I had to do a little digging on this. So when Molly starts out, she's 14 years old.
Yes.
And now we're at the point where, and it's so funny because she has now been in the series. She's been in Dresden's World for 20 years. So she's now in her 30s. She's now approaching her 30s. Because the first time we see her is like book 4. So she's like 28 to 30 now because it's been all this time. In Battlegrounds, she's supposed to be getting ready to be 30.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought she was not quite 30 yet. I actually had an idea for this, but I completely blanked now.
Okay.
Fuck.
What were they in?
Oh, Stranger Things.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
God damn it.
Natalie Dyer?
The lesbian girl.
Maya Hawke?
Maya Hawke,
The one I said 800 times and you were like, no.
There was somebody else that I had in mind, but that's the first one that popped up again.
Maya Hawke, yes. I agree. Maya Hawke would be fantastic. However, I think today I found somebody who hit the nail a little more on the head for me.
Okay.
And that was Elle Fanning, Dakota Fanning's little sister.
Okay.
And that is because she's much wispier. She's a bit thinner and taller than Maya Hawke. But Maya Hawke is wonderful.
Also, she wouldn't be good Maya Hawke wouldn't be good as a 14-year-old because she obviously isn't that
No,
young.
but Elle Fanning, even with just a little bit of CGI, they could totally pass her as 14. I'll show you a picture of her too.
Okay.
She's been, obviously you know what her sister Dakota Fanning looks like, right?
I don't remember.
I'll show you Elle Fanning, and then that once you see her, you'll be like, okay, I can see where you're looking at this 27 or 20, 26, 27, 28-year-old girl, and you're thinking she could totally be Molly because she has one of those faces and she has that body type where it's just like she literally could be sitting on the floor in the Carpenter house the first time we kind of see her in passing, and you would not think she was older than 16.
Okay.
And then, when she's introduced more into the world and to Harry, she is 17 going on 18.
Yeah.
So, and that is perfect. But I tried to convince you of Maya Hawke for a month and you were like, no.
Yeah, there was somebody else I can't remember now, though.
But what were they in?
I don't even remember. I just remember that I had somebody else in mind, but I'm
glad you did say Maya Hawke because I had talked to you about doing Maya Hawke and Uma Thurman as Charity Carpenter and her daughter, and I think that's what it was. I said Uma.
Yeah.
Because you are not an Uma fan.
Not a fan.
No, thank you. Hard pass. But, that's okay. Let's see. Laura. Who would you pick for Laura?
Lara Raith.
Lord Raith.
Angela White.
No. They don't know who that is. No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, man. I don't know. Angela White keeps popping in my head.
Right. Which makes a lot of sense because of the career that when we're introduced to Laura Raith, the career she has, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. It's dream casting. You can have Angela White.
Okay.
She's way too bottom heavy, but you can have Angela White.
Yeah.
She's way too bottom and top heavy, but she's too big. And she's not tall enough. She's too curvaceous. Mm-hmm. But if you think of somebody who's dripping sensuality and sexuality to you, and Angela White's your dream, there you go. I'll be fair about it. I actually picked Dakota Johnson.
I don't know who that is.
That is the chick who plays Anastasia in 50 Shades of Grey. She's also the one who plays Madam Web. And I picked Dakota Johnson because of her height, her body type, her dark hair, the fact that she's a very versatile actress to where she can play scared, she can play smart, she can play seductive, she can play imposing. And I really liked the visual in my head of her and Jacob Elordi together.
God damn it. I just had a thought and it left my head.
Because you were thinking of Angela Johnson.
Angela White?
Angela White, yeah, there we go. Angela Johnson. What the fuck?
God damn it.
Okay, so we'll keep going on, and as soon as it pops in, interrupt and just say what it is, so that way we know, right?
Okay. Carry on.
Okay. So earlier you mentioned about how you kind of thought James Marsters would be great as Butters, right?
Yeah.
So there's two things I thought about with James Marsters.
Because he has to be part of the show.
100%, a billion percent.
I will not watch any show about Dresden unless it includes James Marsters. God damn it!
Right. So my thought was, I'm like, you know what? Because Paul Blackthorne really did do a good job.
Paul Blackthorne should be in it too.
He should be the narrator of it. He should be telling the story to Molly and Bonet or Bonnie. He should be talking to them about before you were here, have them asking questions and stuff.
You mean Margaret?
Maggie. And Bonnie.
You said Molly.
Did I? Oh, yeah. Well, Molly could be sitting in on it too because she's always nosy and shit, but she was there for half of it, whatever. So when his children, he literally could be sitting there talking to his kids on a bench, them as adults, and he could be telling them stories. Like when they're like, say however Butcher is going to conclude the series, right? Mm-hmm. I imagine it's some way, shape, or form, his children are going to be there to support the battle. Mm-hmm. And that's how I see it in my head. And when they're asking him the question, Dad, what are we going to do? And he's just like, anything's possible. And he could literally be a narrator in there. Like, especially if you're trying to transition through a book like every 4 episodes, he could be in there in the middle of it, like the special scene with Susan, Like you could start seeing the scene and you could hear him come in and say, "It's a night I'll never forget. And I'm so glad that night happened because I got you, Maggie," or whatever. So I'd love to see Paul Blackthorne in there as one of two people. One, just kind of a narrator, or two, that asshole, the strongest wizard on the White Council. What the fuck is his name?
Oh, the Merlin. Fucking, I can't remember his actual name.
Yeah, but not, well, we all, yeah. So him, the guy who's literally the strongest guy on the White Council. I think that's who.
That would actually be an awesome choice.
I think it would be great. But, and it's just because I want to connect it all together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and I want to honor the people who, like, really, like, honestly, he pulls off, like, Harry, as Harry's gotten older, how smarmy he is about some things. Like, well, you know, the hockey stick, fuck off. But, you know.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
It's also still not, it's not less weird for somebody to be walking around with a hockey stick than with a staff.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
But, you know, ever since Lord of the Rings trilogy came out, more and more people, you see them walking down the street with a staff. So, I mean, it's more weird to me.
I mean,
to see
our
somebody.
boss's wife was always walking around with a walking stick.
Yeah.
So
I would pick Paul. I would want to put Paul Blackthorne in there to honor him, and I would love for him to be the absolute head of the council.
The Merlin.
The Merlin, or yeah, whoever they're assuming is the Merlin, because you know there's the rumors, right?
Well, it's a title. It's not Merlin. Yeah. He's not Merlin. Yeah, he's the Merlin.
So I think that would be like super great for him to be in that, because
that'd be awesome.
When you watch how these two interact, they can see, when you see how the Merlin and Dresden interact, you can see that contempt, like, oh, I was once like you and I thought I knew everything too, but you're wrong. Yeah. And you can see that, like, you think you know everything, old man. You just like Ebenezer, you think you know everything, old man. You don't, you're wrong. Yeah. So I think it would be a good nod to the original series, and Paul Blackthorne really drawing an audience in and making people, even though people, you loved it or you hated it, there's no in the middle. Yeah. There really is. Like, you can say, like, I loved everything but this. If you didn't love it all, you didn't love it all. I am one of those people, like, I love Paul Blackthorne. I love that he tried to bring it to life. I hate most of the other characters because they're so wrong. Yeah. But
yeah, most of them are so far off. Oh, fuck. I can't remember her name. So the person for Lord Raith, this would be hilarious. She was in the original series. She played Bianca. She was also in Warehouse 13. She was the female agent, one of the two main characters. Having her play Laura Raith would be hilarious.
I don't remember her name.
I don't remember either.
But she'd be way too old by now.
Probably.
But, well, I mean, I don't know. Hey, you know what? Fuck it all. Let's do Marine, whatever her name is.
Oh.
Barashia?
Yes.
The hot one.
Yes.
or Gal Gadot.
Or Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I would be happy with Dakota Johnson or Gal Gadot. That Gal Gadot, I think, would do a really good job. Because she is older than Thomas. She is older than Harry. You know, she's got many, 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 many experiences.
Both literally and figuratively.
Oh yeah, just like I couldn't stop myself before it came out.
That was another thing. So I was also thinking that Paul Blackstone, the problem with both of these is that they'd be kind of bit parts. They'd show up only very occasionally. Yeah. But Paul Blackstone would also, or Blackthorne, would be a good choice for being Harry's dad. That would be cool.
Yeah, even just throw it out to the window that his dad is very average. He's illusionist. He's nobody. Yeah. Throw that out, and that would actually be really cool too.
But also, fuck, I keep wanting to say Anthony Bourdain. That is incorrect. The R.I.P. Yes, R.I.P. dude. The magician dude, who was always doing weird stuff.
David Blaine.
David Blaine as Harry's father. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting.
Looks wise,
Copperfield would be interesting too.
Incorrect. I would rather do David Blaine.
Yeah, I know.
Because David Blaine is much cooler. Right. Looks wise, obviously, you've got a mix. His dad. Yeah. But it would just be awesome to have that dude playing his dad.
Right. Like, and because in the original series, Harry's dad actually, in the original book, Harry's dad dies when he's very, very young.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have any pictures of his dad, or he has one picture of his dad. You know, like he could imagine his dad any way he wanted.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's not Chris Angel.
Fuck no. Yeah. No.
But I 100% agree. Blackthorne has to be involved. Marsters has to be involved.
Yes.
And I think I played with the idea in my head of James Marsters being Butters for quite some time.
Yeah.
And then I went, you know, I think it'd be fucking great if he was the voice of Bob.
Yeah.
Because he is like Blackthorne. He is much older now. James Marsters is heading into his 60s. Blackthorne is in his 60s.
Yeah.
So we don't want to put them into any...
He could also be the voice of Mouse when you hear Mouse
Yeah,
talking.
he could do both of them, and I think it would be fucking great.
That would be awesome.
I think it would be great. But Marsters definitely has to be in there because I honestly firmly believe the way he did the audiobooks. Now, we're going to throw the first one out. I didn't mind it, but everybody else is so critiquing. I think he really came into being Harry by...
Like book 3.
You know, is it book 3 or book 4 where he has that scene with Laura where she's a half vamp? Not Laura, Susan.
Susan? Yeah, well, book 3 is where she becomes...
Half vamp.
Yeah.
So I think at the start
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, y'all should have been reading a long time ago, huh? Or listening a long time ago. I think by book 4, he is fully in Harry.
Phrasing people.
Sorry. I think he's fully become Harry.
Yeah.
And I say that because when book 1, there's like almost this, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Okay, so once upon a time.
Yeah, I think that was his very first
audiobook
performance. And then, of course, it's a first-time writer and first-time author and first-time reader.
Yeah.
It makes it little more awkward.
Yeah, and then book 2, although it was a fantastic story, he still hadn't had that reach out to really separating. Like, I don't know, he does Karen pretty good, like always being exacerbated by him. Like, Harry, come on, you know, like whatever. But by book 3, he's more confident. By time the tragedy happens with Susan, and he cannot fully save Susan, that is when I feel is when Marsters really says, I'm Harry Copperfield Blackstone Dresden or Blackstone. Which way is it?
I think it's Copperfield Blackstone.
I am Harry Copperfield Blackstone Dresden, and I am here to kick ass and take names because I ain't got no more bubble gum to chew. But there really is a difference in his voice. There is a confidence boost in him, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah. And
I still haven't listened to more than 4. I think I just finished listening to the 4th book, but that's because I was reading the other books.
Yeah.
And, so I would love to see him do the voice of Bob, because Bob, I think they need to, like, even when, like, in the later books when they're talking about, like, Harry goes into Bob's world, he could be Bob then, because Bob is an ancient.
I mean, yeah, Bob can he can project himself as whatever he wants.
Yeah. But, like, remember in the one story where he goes in Bob's skull and he's like, what the fuck are you bitching about, you crybaby?
Well, you got fucking TV in here, motherfucker.
Like, how the fuck did you do this? I'm an ancient dumbass. But, you know, that's what I'm saying is I think it would be great because even if, like, they wanted to create it where Bob is actually this skull that sits around and you can just hear him more than anything else, it's also would be a cool where they would, like, do some shots with James Marsters inside, like, as he's in the skull and he's just like, Harry, don't be stupid.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of funny.
Like where they could kind of, like, Harry, like, gets right up on that skull and looks into the eyes or whatever. And then he's just standing there looking out, you know. But yeah, Marsters, 100%. I think he has really, obviously Butcher does a great job telling the story as it is. Mm-hmm. But I think Marsters really brought it to life for me.
Yeah.
For people like me, because I was, like, so devastated that I couldn't read Blood Rights in person. I had to listen to it on audiobook, but I wouldn't listen to it till or not Blood Rights, maybe it was Grave, whatever book 5 was or 6 was that I had to listen. So I listened to all the other ones. Yeah. Before that, I still have tons more I can listen to.
Yeah.
But anyways, so fuck.
So we just did Lord Raith.
We did Laura Raith. Okay, so, and I picked Dakota Johnson or Gal Gadot, and you picked Angela White.
Or Gal Gadot. Yeah,
Gal Gadot would be really good, actually.
Yes.
She's got you know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as I said, or Gal Gadot, just kind of offhanded, I was just like, oh, because she's got that long, dark, silky hair. She's got that seductive walk.
She's sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she definitely has those dark features that you would associate with a full non-human, a full-blooded vampire, not half vampire.
Also, isn't she Greek?
She's Israeli.
Okay.
Yeah, so that does translate to a lot of people as Greek. She does look more like she's Mediterranean, but she's actually Israeli.
Okay.
And that's fine by
because
me.
the Wraiths, I do believe, are Greek.
Yes. So speaking of, who would you have as Lord Raith?
Lord Raith?
Yep.
I don't know. I have because you don't see him very often, and mostly I just think, oh, that douchebag, and then move on. So I'm open to whoever the fuck. I don't really care.
John Stamos.
Fuck yeah, that would be a good choice.
Go. Jessica Stopoulos.
Yeah.
John Stamos. Like, as soon as I was looking at it, I was like, Lord Raith. I'm like, I knew that they had like some Mediterranean looks to them by the descriptors. And I was just like, John fucking Stamos, bro.
Yeah.
I was going to say Rob Lowe, but Rob Lowe doesn't have that dark stare. But John Stamos has that smolder stare. And I'm just like...
I don't know how good of a dick he can be, though.
Very good. He's a dick. He can be a good dick.
All the stuff that I've seen him in, he's been very happy and go lucky kind of dude.
So I saw him recently playing on there's a program on YouTube where people who drum.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's funny because he's drumming something that he'd never heard before, and they make a comment to him, and he came off dickish to me. I was just like, I think he said something like, I'm Uncle Jesse or something. I don't know, just the way he said it. I was just like, Dick, we know who you are. But John Stamos actually can play cocky very well, conceited very well, which is exactly what Lord Raith is.
Yeah.
He is cocky. He's overconfident, obviously. And he's lecherous, and John Stamos can play all those things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I thought of Rob Lowe, but I'm like, Rob Lowe can play. My name is Jen, and I spoke yesterday, and that's when I learned how.
Matt Damon.
I did think Rob Lowe, just because of he's very sharp. He's got very sharp features and all of that. But I was just like, he can be one, he can be other, but he can't do the trifecta of all three.
Okay.
Don't choke to death.
Wrong hole. Fuck. Anyway.
You should have swallowed. You should have fought it.
Wow.
So that was I knew you would love that
John
pick.
Stamos is
It's like
fantastic.
dead on perfect, So you and I are probably not going to be friends after this. Nicodemus.
Tom Cruise.
Henry Cavill.
Oh, fuck you, man.
I picked Henry Cavill because I have seen Henry Cavill play cocky and that's exactly who Nicodemus is. He's above average slightly above average in height and strength and weight. But there is something about seeing Henry Cavill when when Superman goes bad and he's just pissed, that just screamed Nicodemus to me. I'm like, oh, that's Nicodemus right there. And I mean, who doesn't want to see, Henry Cavill without a shirt on? But I loved the fact that Nicodemus always has a noose around his neck. Always.
Yes.
And I just love the fact that there is somewhere in one of the Supermans, he's like, this world has a noose around my neck at all times, no matter what I do. Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, because Henry Cavill has to be part of it. Come on now. He loves the fantasy genre.
Yeah.
I mean, it was either pick him for Nicodemus, who is much, much darker, or Marconi. And I have a better pick for Marconi.
Yeah, I would want somebody who looks more Italian to play Marcone?
Well, then I guess Cavill would be that. See, I didn't
He's
look
very
at...
British.
Yeah, but he can pull off a little... I'm not going to say the slang term. I'm not going to do it.
He actually looks a lot like one of my buddies when I was in my first unit in the Army, named Doherty. He looks very much like him. He looks like my friend Doherty's better-looking brother.
So, nice. So, who I picked for... I mean, I'm just going to say Cavill for Nicodemus. That's for me. I don't know about for you. I just wanted somebody who really represented... who had that ability to really have dark anger, which Cavill has already displayed with Superman, and has that high intelligence, which he does playing Sherlock Holmes in the Alona Holmes series.
He's a smart dude.
And who is physically fit, physically can be overbearing, can be overpowering, and has that swagger and that confident, like, you don't even know who you're fucking with. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted somebody who could play that. And for me, that was Henry Cavill, because he just runs the fucking gamut of everything.
Okay.
But
I can see all that.
I mean, that's just me. Because who I picked for Marcone probably would not be the same pick as you, but I picked this person because I saw them in the last few years. I saw them in a movie, and they play a douchebag. I know everything. I am all powerful, and you will bow to me. And
so they play me.
Yeah. Hey, Dagda, we'll throw you in there. Hey, Butcher, we've got Marcone for you right here.
No, I definitely wouldn't fit for that character.
They can put lifts in your shoes, make you taller. It's fine. I mean, you wouldn't have to have platforms or anything, just 2 inches.
My eyes aren't as green as necessary.
Well,
and I'm
most people
not Italian enough.
Well, okay, so I picked who I picked because, first of all, you can wear contacts or green eyes. That's not a big deal.
To make my hazel eyes just plain green.
Yeah, I mean, because some days your eyes are kind of greenish. I mean, they're kind of like dirty baby poop green, but that's fine.
And not looking like old dollar bills.
Yeah, like wrinkled old dollar bills. I'm such an asshole. You know what? Why don't we wrap up here for today? I told you this was going to be a long discussion, and I love it, and I'm happy. I'm happy, and I know it. But because these guys probably have other things to do, and
yeah, this is already an hour long.
I mean, shit, your workout time's done, y'all. Let's go back to work. We'll see him next time, right?
Yep. Later.
Bye. Okay, everybody. That's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.